Okay, I'm here to talk about something that has been going on for the past several months, since June. June is when it started. Okay, let me backtrack. I have always, always defended Walmart. Everyone's telling me, "Oh, don't use Walmart. They're the worst company ever. They're just a corporation. They're evil." And I've always been like, "Oh no, they're fine. It's just they got everything there, everything low prices." And I've always defended Walmart. Um, okay, let me. About a year or so ago, I got this. It's an American Express Bluebird card. It's exclusive to Walmart, and you know, I got it. It's the best card I've ever had. I had this before, Walmart Money Card. This thing is worthless. They charge for everything. There's a $6 fee for everything. Every time I bought anything with it, they would charge $6, and like $6 service charge, and it's like I would buy a few things and $200 go down to zero and real quick. And so with this, I loved it because it was free. There was no, because it was American Express. There's no fee when when you load it, no charge. When you buy something, no charge. No charge for anything, ever. And that's why I got it. And, but you can only load it at Walmart. And so, I got it last November. Or October. Either September, October, or November. I got it last year sometime. I've had it about a year. I've never had any problems with it. So, anyway, I gotta skip ahead a little bit. Back in June, I got a Blu-ray player. For my birthday, one of my friends bought me a Blu-ray player, and so I bought Brave. That's my favorite Disney Pixar movie. I bought Brave on Blu-ray, and it looked amazing. The first 5 minutes, I couldn't get past that. It froze at exactly 5:15, or I think whenever Merida says the story of how my father defeated the D, and then it froze. And no matter what I did, it would always freeze right there. And so I took it back to Walmart and I said, "Hey, I need to get a refund for this." And I'd only had it for like 5 hours. And they said, "Oh, no, we can't do refunds on anything. It's a federal law. We can't do refunds." I was like, "That's weird." And so they're like, "All we can do is exchange it for another copy." And I was like, "Okay, I'll do that." So I got another copy of Brave. It did the exact same thing at the exact same spot. And I was like, "Okay, that's not my Blu-ray player. That's not the disc. That's, I'll take it back." And they said, "No, there's a federal law. We can't take it back. We can't we can't give you your money back. There's a federal law." And I came back and I looked it up. I'm like, "There's no federal law. There is." Maybe it might be one of their policies, but that's a messed up policy. They give you they sell you a defunct item. They should give you your money back. That was a $25 Blu-ray. So right there, they owe me $25. Anyway, back to the card. 2 months ago, or it was either 2 months ago or last month. I think it was last month. Yeah, it was last month. It was September 2013. I went up to the counter and I handed her $250, and I counted out. I had 20s and then 110. I'm like 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Slide that 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Slide, and then 20, 40, 50. Slide, and that's how I did it. I remember that's how I did it. I counted it out. I was because I had $250. I mean, that's a lot to me. I mean, heck, give me $10. That's a lot to me. I'm like, I'm rich. But so I handed her $250, and she's like, okay. She slid the card. I'd never had any problems. Like I said, I didn't think about it. I didn't look at the receipt. All my friends later were like, "You should have looked at the receipt." I didn't notice until the next day. When I went to go pay my phone. I went on the site on my account and I put in my info to pay my phone, and it said, the card has been denied. I'm like, I always use this card. I looked, I had no money on the card. And I scrolled down to the statement thing, and it said that at Walmart they only put on it $150, and I had the receipt. the receipt also said $150. And I called them up, I'm like, hey, y'all made a mistake, and I was on the phone with the manager. And she went and looked at the videotape. And she's like, okay, yeah, I see right here. Yeah, you counted at $250. Come up here and we'll take care of it for you. I was like, okay, yeah, thank you. So I went up there and I talked to her, the same person, and she was like, okay, I just looked at the tape, and no, you counted at $150. I was like, what? You just told me I counted at $250. Like, no, I can't. The tape says that you counted at $150. I was like, let me see the tape. Like, no, I can't let you do that. And I had handed her the receipt so she could look at it, so she could like see the file, like the register and everything, so she can go back and look at it. Right in front of me, she puts, it's like, this is what I saw. Like, see, this is the receipt. Why got a paper? Anyway, I handed her the receipt. So she goes, okay. Handed her the counter. I heard. Zzz. She shredded the receipt, and okay. And so then I went all last month without a phone, and then all of that, whatever. Just now, I was at Walmart. I had about $6 on this card. I checked it before I left. I knew I had that much on the card. And then I had another card that had 65 cents on it. And then I went to Play and Trade, which is right next to Walmart. I gave them 4 games, and that I didn't want anymore, and they gave me $4 in cash. I had $4 cash, and so I went there with about $10, and so I picked out a can of Folgers decaf, and it was a Folgers half calf, actually. A friend of mine's been wanting me to try it because I only drink decaf. And so like, try half calf. I was like, okay. And so I got a can of half calf, a can of Lay's Stacks, and a bag of sugar. And so I went up to the counter. It was the express lane because I only had 3 things. And there was this old guy who obviously didn't know what he was doing, and because he was like bumbling around, and I was like, and I'm not just making fun of him because of what happened. I mean, he seriously was like, well, what is that? I showed him my card. Like, what is that? I'm like, oh, this is American Express. Like, I don't think we take that. I'm like, this is exclusive to Walmart. He goes, there's no cards exclusive to Walmart. And I was like, just let me bring it up. And so I took the card and I slid it through the thing, and I said that I've also got this card here. It's only got 65 cents. So I slid it, and he said the total for that, the total for the 3 things was $7.44, and so I slid the card. I had about $6, and then I used the 65 cents, and then he said you now owe $3, and so I went, okay, and I handed him the $4, and I handed him 4 $1 bills. The total that I owed was $3.35. And then he rung it up, and then it popped up. He said, you now owe $175. And I was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, that's what this says. You now owe $175. I'm like, I handed you $4. Okay, I owed $3.35. I gave him $4. How did I owe $175? I'm dyslexic, and I get that. So he calls the manager, and she comes up. She's like, "Oh, you again?" And so she was messing with it. She was like, "Ring it again," and so she's like, "Well," I was like, "Is there any way I can just take this because I've already paid for it. I've overpaid for it." And she was like, "No, the computer says that you owe $175." And I was like, forget what the computer says. Use your brain if you have one. Just, and so when I was like, so is there absolutely nothing you're going to let me do? You're not going to let me take this with me, even though I clearly overpaid you. And she's like, no, there's no way we're going to let you take that. I was like, okay, then give me my money back. I'm like, oh no, we can't do that because it's already covered that. It's already in the register. I was like, forget you. And I just walked out. And obviously, I walked in, and I'm still. Okay, here's my Bluebird account. This was before I left. I still have it open from before I left.
This was, see, that's, I had $6, and then, $7, because I had, I paid FedEx, and it was still pending, so it's, that's how much was, it hadn't gone through yet. So, but the current available balance was $613. That's how much I had. And this is now in a separate tab. Walmart. Pending. It went through.
So yeah, as I said before, I always defended Walmart, but now they've done so much this past summer alone. They owe me like over $120, over $130 actually, in just the past, however long ago June was. This past, in one summer, they owe me $130, over $130, and so just screw them. I just, of course, I know no one's going to listen to this. I mean, I didn't for years. Everyone always said the same thing I'm saying now, and I was always, no, ignore that. But, so, I mean, I know no one's going to see this and be like, oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, they might say that sarcastically as I said it just now, and then go on back to Walmart. But, no, I don't. I highly doubt I'm going back there. I mean, this is exclusive to Walmart, but I'm sure there's other ways to fill it. I really don't have a choice but to stick to this card because I'm sticking to it because it's American Express, not because backwards. I'm sticking to it because it's American Express, not because it's Walmart. If there's another way to fill it, even if I have to pay like $2 to fill it, then yes, I will do that. But I don't think I'm going back to Walmart because screw them.